is November 14th, 2025, and I'm getting ready for dinner. I understand we're having lobster tonight. I don't even like lobster, but I'm having lobster anyway. Why? Because it's free, and free is for me. So I figure I'd give you one quick tour of the room. The cruise is going to be over another 2 days or so. These are my buddies. These are the only dates I could get. I've asked them repeatedly if they have any objections to coupons. They made no objections at all. So clearly, these guys, these fellows, these young ladies, whatever they are, they clearly are not from Arizona. That's for sure. Because if they were from Arizona, they'd be flipping out over coupons. Anyway, figure I'd show you the view. And we're on our way back. We just left Cayman Islands today. So another beautiful day in paradise, and welcome to my life. I love coupons! All right, today is November 15th, 2025, and the cruise is going to end tomorrow. I just got back to my room. Look, I got my latest friend. They're saying goodbye. It says that they know I'm leaving first thing early. I said I was leaving early tomorrow because I got another cruise that I gotta get on the ship for. These are my other guys, as you know, my friends, my only Padres I can get. Can't get anybody from Arizona to join me, so screw them. Here's another beautiful day in paradise. By the way, the name of the ship is Paradise. I don't think anybody's figuring it out, but that's why I keep saying, hey, it's another beautiful day in paradise, because I'm inside the ship called Paradise. Anyway, just to quickly summarize so I can document the trip. I know nobody watches my videos, but perhaps someday when I'm old and gray, or maybe just bald, when we're balder, I'll be curious about what the hell I'm doing. But long story short, how this trip started was a few weeks ago. This was supposed to be a super quick trip to San Diego. I had a really cheap cruise to San Diego. I had a friend visiting me from New Jersey, and then she had to head back a little bit early, so there was a super cheap cruise out of San Diego. So I figured, I'll jump on the ship to San Diego, and I'll come back. But then when I got to San Diego, of course, the stupid government shutdown. They don't know what the hell they're doing. So all the flights got screwed up. Just to fast forward, just to let you know, when I look back at this in a few years, yeah, eventually they just recently opened the government, but they didn't accomplish a damn thing. They didn't fix the health care, didn't implement any laws, regulations to anticipate the future shutdown, which is going to happen again and again and again. So basically what happened was all the legislatures, everybody, all the politicians on both sides basically got a paid vacation, and the Americans paid for it. So if you root for a Republican, if you root for a Democrat, I think you're wrong. I think everybody sucks. They got a paid vacation, and you guys paid for it. But anyway, more importantly, I've been enjoying life on a cruise. So anyway, so when I was in the San Diego cruise, I realized I couldn't really get home back to Arizona. So I took a flight to San Francisco, and then from San Francisco, I took a flight to Denver, and then from Denver, I was going to head home to Arizona, but I realized I had a cruise in Tampa, Florida in about a week and a half. So I said, oh, hell, by the time I get home to Arizona, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get back to Tampa because all the flights are screwed up. So I just flew to Tampa from Denver. Then when I was in Tampa, I said, holy crap, I'm here too early. I've got like 6 days. So what I ended up doing was I just called the cruise ships and I said, hey, you guys have any cruises for 6 days? And Carnival said they did. They said, yeah, we'll get you on and we'll drop you off near your next cruise the same day. So I flew in to Tampa. 3 hours later, I had a friend of mine, an ex-girlfriend. She dumped my ass, of course, but she picked me up in her beautiful BMW. We went out for a quick breakfast, and then she dropped me off at the cruise ship. And so I've been floating around on the Carnival cruise ship. And then tomorrow, I'm going back to Tampa. I'm hopefully going to meet up with my friend again. And, I'll treat her to breakfast again. With coupons, of course. I know Arizona people hate that, but I will be using coupons. And then after that, theoretically, hopefully, I'll be stepping on the third cruise. I think it's a Norwegian. Don't even remember where the hell I'm going. Don't really care. And then that'll be the third cruise for, I think it's a week. And then from there, I should hopefully get a flight back to Arizona. But who the hell knows? I understand all the flights are still screwed up because all the politicians screwed everything up. So anyway, here's one last look at this. By the way, I got upgraded for free. Free is for me. Apparently the cruise lines appreciate coupons because they always reward me for coupons. So again, hopefully someday folks in Arizona will comprehend this issue. And just to document it, I don't know if you saw, I got banned on Facebook again. Yesterday I happened to have some Wi-Fi when I was on the Grand Cayman Islands, and I checked and Facebook says you're going to be permanently banned. You have the right to appeal. So I of course filed an appeal very quickly. I was like, hey, all I said was coupon. Here's a screenshot. It says I'm trying to get a day with a coupon, and Facebook, to their credit, said, hey, you know what? You're right. Those people are schmucks. They're idiots. They're imbeciles. They're dumber than dirt. So they reinstated my Facebook account. So to all you people in Arizona, I love coupons and you're dumber than dirt. Feel free to send the hate mail, Pizzelli.com. Look forward to it. As always, if any single child-free women ever want to travel and won't think I'm Satan for using a coupon, please do get in touch. But in the meantime, I will be traveling around the world having a grand old time. So one last look, and adios, on to my next cruise. It's about 11 o'clock at night. I'm getting ready for my last show on the cruise. There's a comedy show tonight, and I figured I'd just stop by the room real fast just to kind of make sure everything's in order. And then I realized, I said, you know what? I've pretty much pissed off everybody in Arizona merely by saying coupons. People take me very seriously based on the hate mail I get. Abandoned speed dating, on and on and on. So I realized, I said, you know what? Some of these knuckleheads are going to take me very seriously about my goofy comment about Republicans and Democrats are wrong, and I'm not even political. Like I said, I hate everybody equally. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'll make you a deal. I'm going to solve all these world problems in a matter of 2 minutes, and then I'm going to give you a problem and see if you can solve my problem, because my problem is far more complicated than these other problems. So the first problem I think I mentioned in the video earlier was, I know. I said that all the politicians went on vacation. The American people paid for the vacation because the politicians shut the office down and went on vacation. And I had said that, I think I implied that this has happened before and it's going to happen again. And I had suggested that, hey, maybe when they came back, they could have fixed the problem. Obviously, everybody's going to say it's a very complicated problem and no current or former president has ever been able to solve it. No politician in the history of the country has ever been able to solve it. So here, Mr. Potato Head right here, the guy with the giant fat head with atrocious hair, is going to solve it right now. This is how you solve the problem. What you do is, you make a little law that should take me less than 15 minutes to write, and it will say if a politician doesn't show up for work, they don't get paid. Problem solved. All kidding aside, I'm an attorney in New Jersey, New York, District of Columbia, Arizona, the Supreme Court of the United States, a couple of other places. It'll take me 15 minutes to write it. All it has to say is if a politician doesn't show up for work, they don't get paid. And guess what? If the politicians aren't getting paid, I can assure you, there isn't going to be a very long government shutdown, if ever. And then, of course, the second problem, I said, the healthcare. Everybody can't figure out the healthcare. Okay, I'm going to solve that problem right now in less than 30 seconds. How you solve that problem is this. You put the potato head politicians, Republicans and Democrats, you put them on the same insurance plan as the U.S. citizens. They're not on our insurance plan. That's why they're not in any particular rush to have this whole healthcare issue resolved. They're on their own healthcare plan. They don't care. So you want to solve that problem, put the politicians on the same healthcare plan that all of us are stuck with. Now that I solved all these problems that no current or former president has ever solved in the history of this country, nor any politician, which implies either they're complete idiots, imbeciles, or I'm the smartest person on the planet. You decide. Now I'm going to give you a challenge that I can't figure out. Here it is. What the hell am I going to do with this atrocious hair? I mean, I know I have a giant fat head, and trust me, I'm not blind. I'm not smart, but I'm not blind. And I know my hair looks like shit. But here's the thing. I don't like short hair. I never liked it. I don't like it on men, women, pets. I never liked short hair. My whole life, I had very short hair, suit and tie my whole life. I finally get to have longer hair. And look, and now I'm freaking going bald. So, if anybody has any ideas, this is a real problem. I can solve, world insurance and government shutdowns. But what do you do with this freaking hair? If I trim it, I'm still going bald. In fact, I'm practically able. So the other idea is I could just shave it all off. But I have a giant fat head. I'm gonna look like a hard-boiled egg just walking around. You know what I mean? If I just shave it, and it's boring. I want something with some style. So if anybody anywhere on the planet has any ideas, or is like a hairstylist, or has some type of goofy something we could do with some style. I mean, I just don't want to shave it. Listen, I'm not in denial, but if I just go bald, it's boring. I want something with some style, some character, some pizzazz, some chutzpah. So anyway, I think that's a fair deal. I have now solved in a matter of seconds government shutdowns. It's happened many, many times and will continue to happen probably in the history of this country forever, all of our lifetimes. And I've also solved the problem of health insurance, put the politicians on our health insurance, and it'll get fixed immediately. In exchange for that, all I'm asking for is, what are we going to do with this ridiculous hair? I know it looks like shit. Trust me. I get enough hate mail. And strangely, everybody's criticizing the coupons, but not this shitstorm. So if anybody has it, look at this. What do you do with this? This is ridiculous. But again, I don't want to just shave it because it's boring. I'm telling you, I'm going to look like an egg. So if anybody, particularly hairstylists, preferably single, attractive, hot women that are child-free and enjoy coupons, want to work on my hair, please get in touch with me. Seriously. But if anybody has any ideas, let me know, because I'm telling you, I'm not in denial. I know it looks like shit, but just going, just shaving it, it's just not me. It's too neat and proper. It's just not me. So anyway, that is it. Bon voyage. I think I've pissed off perhaps the entire country. So I criticized people in Arizona for coupons, and I said Republicans and Democrats are wrong. But putting all of our differences aside, let's solve the biggest problem of all. Everybody, even everybody that hates me, that sends me all these nasty messages, people that are filing multiple complaints with Facebook. I'm banned on speed dating in Tucson, Arizona, because I said I use a coupon on a date. Anyway, if anybody has any ideas what to do with this, seriously, or if you have like a hair salon or something, it'll be good advertising. I mean, or maybe if you're a student, listen, you can't make it any worse. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go catch the last comedy show of the cruise and grab some more ice cream and stuff. But bon voyage. I'm always looking to make new friends or enemies. As always, get in touch with me, Pizzelli.com. All right, bon voyage.